The Human Torch applied for a bank loan. When we're talking about abusive personality types, especially if they've been put on the spot, there are a list of things that they will do to distract the person who's accusing them and confronting them with the wrong things that they've done. They'll use various tactics and strategies to dissuade that person from getting to the truth. The first tactic we can see being employed as a typically abusive personality thing to do is the use of exasperation. The communication is specifically designed here not to convey information, which is what a language is originally for, but just to exasperate and irritate the listener. The second thing that we can see the abusive personality doing is using a technique called word salad. Word salad is where we overwhelm the listener, the questioner, with so much information, so much verbiage, so many words that again they become exhausted, exasperated, irritated, and it's a way of answering the question but without actually allowing the listener to reach any logical conclusion. The third thing we can see happening in this video is the provocation. Provocation of the listener is simply designed to create an emotional response of irritation and impatience. The provocation is there to dissuade, to distract, to make asking the abusive personality questions and trying to get to the truth a truly punishing, irritating, and annoying endeavor. What we see, the fourth thing that we see happening here is shock tactics. Abusive personality types love to use shock tactics, especially when they're cornered. These are one of their favorite weapons to use when they're in trouble. So what we can see being used here is a taser, which is an illegal weapon, is brought out. That is purely to generate shock. The use of the pad in the context of a complete nonsensical fantasy that he doesn't really expect anybody to believe anyway, but actually going through the theatre of pulling it out and then shoving it at the camera. The whole purpose of that is to shock the audience, to discombobulate, cause confusion and chaos, and distract people from the truth of what he has actually done. The use of the pre-transition photographs, not once but twice, despite being told that they were out of context and meaningless, continuing to use them proves that he was simply and only seeking to generate shock at that point. The fifth thing that we can identify that is classic for an abusive personality is the self-victimization, the victim mentality. Seeing yourself and presenting yourself as the biggest victim in the room and using that as a source of your entitlement for your wrongdoing. Number 6, what we can see here is a comorbidity of several abusive personality disorders based on the behavior seen in this video: narcissism, borderline, and psychopathic traits that would come together to form something that is known non-clinically as the dark triad. That's where you have the 3 traits: narcissism, psychopathy, and borderline, usually blended with Machiavellianism as well. Thank you. It's 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Hopefully you can chop that down to the 2 that you're looking for. If you want me to, what I said to you in the WhatsApp message was, if you want me to do this again, I'm going to leave everything set up. Just tell me and I'll do it again. You're the boss. You're the boss, Pierre. Please don't put that out. Pierre's the big nasty boss. Suck his feet. Team feet. Yeet yeet.